lights and...
Ho, ho, oh, ho, 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 ho. Hello, what's going on out there? I hope you came in to watch Santa. Santa's here in the crafty bunch. I know it's supposed to be with the pajamas. However, Santa's very, very busy. He's working. There's no time and no rest for the weary. None. Santa has no time for pajamas. He's so busy.
You have to repeat that again. You have to repeat that again when people are on.
He's very, very busy. So busy, he can't remember anything.
So Santa, how are you making out with all those little boys and girls?
I'm losing track. I'm just beside myself. I'm trying. Okay, here we are. There it is.
Thanks,
But,
Santa.
Santa can hardly catch his breath, let alone get in his pajamas. He just is running out of time. I don't know how many days left. Can anybody tell me how many days left it is to Christmas? I'm losing count. And look, already it's 8 o'clock. Oh, welcome to the Crafty Bunch, everybody. It's Pajama Night. Pajama Night, the monthly event in the Crafty Bunch. But hey, Santa has no time to get in his pajamas. He's very busy trying to get things accomplished, and so little time to get it all done. So many things to do. And the elves are driving me crazy. I can't keep up.
Santa, what wood should I use?
I need a break.
Santa, come over here. I need your help.
I know, I need a break. I need a break. Thanks for your hearts, everybody. Santa just has to have a break for
Hey, Santa,
a little bit.
Here.
He just needs a little bit to catch his break. So he decided to come on the Crafty Bunch on Pajama Night. But he didn't have time to change into his pajamas. Oh, I hope you can forgive him for such an oversight. But there's just no time to get it all done.
Santa, we have on our pajamas.
Well, the elves are telling me they have on their pajamas, so somebody followed it along. That's
Santa, where did you put the scissors?
I don't know where the scissors are, but Santa said
I can't find my hammer.
Santa's set up to take a break from all the madness and be in the Pajama Crafty Bunch event. And hey, it involves Holly. How appropriate. It involves Holly. Holly.
Holly Jolly,
And guess what? Santa found some holly. Isn't that amazing? It's so beautiful. Santa, however, he found time in the day, this busy day, and he found some holly. So join Santa while he incorporates his holly into the project.
Santa, my shoe's on tight. Will you tie it?
Santa has no time to tie shoes. Santa's going to take a break now.
Santa, I didn't get my break.
So welcome.
My hot chocolate.
Santa even forgot that it's Marilyn and John coming to you live from Magnolia Hall on the Delaware. We're in the tavern.
Done by me.
Done by me in the tavern. Ho. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see you.
Hello, Judy. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Linda.
Marilyn can catch up with the salutations.
Hi, Cindy. Did I say that? I'm like so busy thinking that
So hey, Santa was busy yesterday. He gathered all his materials that he needs for today.
we had a storm today. We were anticipating. We even had a warning, which is kind of scary.
That we did. So Santa knew the rain and the wind was a-coming today. So he went out yesterday and gathered his wares. So he gathered the holly and lots of evergreens
Hi, Jamie.
from around the property. He gathered some magnolia leaves from the big magnolia that's taller than our 5-story house. And I don't know all the names of the evergreens, except I know this is from our scrappy pines. But
We have hemlock. You have hemlock.
we have hemlock. Marilyn knows the trees.
I'm not sure.
Santa doesn't.
We have evergreens, and we have
Oh.
evergreen, and then we have evergreen. Hi, Ruth. How are you?
So welcome everybody while
Hi, Ann.
Santa's taking a break from all the hectic festivities and all the things that need to be accomplished. He had no time to change into his pajamas. He has no time for sleep, no time for anything. But right now,
Thank you, Cindy.
he needs a little peace. So this is how Santa gets his peace. He's going to make a wreath, a fresh wreath, and incorporate the holly. And this is his relaxation time. So come join Santa while he makes his wreath. And welcome everybody to the Crafty Bunch and Done By Me. Oh, ho, 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 ho. So here we go.
So if you're not familiar with the page, if you're here and you're new, welcome. We'd love for you to follow. If you are besties that you've been following us, thanks for coming on tonight. We live in a 1789 farmhouse that was in my family in the 1800s. And somehow we stumbled upon it when I was doing my genealogy, and we by mistake bought it about 8 or 9 years ago. We live in a residential neighborhood in New Jersey. We're on the Delaware River, and across the river, oh thanks Ian, across the river is Pennsylvania. But we are in New Jersey and we're on the Delaware River. Philadelphia is very close to us. It's south of us. Yeah, south.
Yes.
The river actually doesn't run north and south like you always would think. It actually runs here where we are, east and west, slightly. But I worked years ago. I've done every kind of job possible. I always had to hustle. I was a single parent and expensive kids, and so, yeah, how'd you buy a house by mistake? Yeah. John went in and he fell in love with the house and he offered the asking price. I wasn't there, so he said it was by accident he bought it. But it's a big old house. It was built for Major Perkins after he came back from the war under General George Washington. So now we're coming to the season that just a little bit up the river from us, north of us, is where George Washington crossed the river on Christmas Day. And if we get the opportunity and it's not so cold, we won't go there on Christmas Day, but we'll try to go up there and make a video. We did do some lives up there in the past, but Facebook has them all disappear. Oh, Glenda said you look adorable, John. But we thought it would be fun since the theme was holly. We have 3 acres, which in our neck of the woods, that's a lot of ground. I know many of you live out where 3 acres is just like a little crumb, but here it's a large amount. And we have everything growing here that's been here forever. Our magnolia is taller than our 5-story house. This house, we're now in the basement of the house, and you can see this was part of the Underground Railroad, and it is documented, and we'd love to figure out where they came into the house. People have told us there was a tunnel coming in here. My family lived here in the mid-1800s, and my great-grandfather was born in this house, and my great-great-grandfather they left because he went to work for Lincoln for the I want to say the train. Is that what I want to say?
Yes.
For working with the train for when Lincoln was traveling. So I'm trying to find out some of that information to see if he was around when Lincoln was shot. I just think that would be interesting. You okay getting that on there?
Yes.
Okay. So I started to say I've worked every kind of job and always tried different things and just jumped in. And one of the things I did, I was a home ec teacher for 20-some years. I taught food and nutrition. And are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
The hardest part is getting started.
Yeah. One of the things I did, I always did side jobs, and I worked for a wholesale floral supplier. And at that time, I had my house, previously known as my home. I had a really big holly tree, and I would cut the holly and sell it every year at Christmas time. And hi, Linda. And I learned by selling to the nurseries, I watched them and how they made wreaths. And then I actually worked for a wholesale florist and made fresh green wreaths. And so a few years ago, I showed John how to do it. And then he ended up selling the wreaths as fast as he could make them. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, we love that holly. It's a very berry year for the holly.
Yeah, look at all the berries.
But we ended up going, if you turn around, you're showing the back, yes, the front. So if you were wanting to do this really special or put it in an arrangement, you would clean and polish each leaf on that holly so it would be extra shiny. Oh, thanks, Jamie. So I ended up making wreaths, and then John ended up, we put it on Marketplace and just for our town, and we sold over 50 wreaths. And every time John made some wreaths to put on our house and on our barn, they were sold. So we finally did get a wreath, but we had to cut off the sales. They were selling faster than he could make them, and we'd have to say, well, you got to wait until one's made. Oh, Carol, maybe that's a good sign. I always think that berries mean a wicked winter, so I don't know.
What'd she say?
Hers doesn't have a lot of berries.
Oh.
This year, ours has a lot of berries.
Yes, it does.
Hi, Cheryl. How are you? But, yeah, so we thought, we decided we wouldn't do it after that first year. We decided because John was making them and delivering them, and people were coming out here and purchasing them, and it was a bit overwhelming. And this year, yeah, everybody, Linda said that holly is beautiful.
Isn't it, though?
It smells so good here,
yeah,
guys.
It smells delicious.
I wish there was smell of Facebook. Set it out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's all very, very Christmassy.
But before we moved here, we had several houses, little cottage at the shore. We had a big store down there. John was a practicing dentist in Pennsylvania. We had a lot of stuff, and slowly it all got dumped in here. And so this year, we're trying to go through everything, and that's what we're doing. No making wreaths this year. People have asked, and we had to tell them no wreaths this year. We're trying to get all the boxes unpacked and things organized. So if you've been following us, you've seen all the vintage Christmas things that we've been showing that I have, and we're trying to organize them, and I want to make everything really neat. And so if you missed that, you can go back. They haven't taken those away yet. That's just been in the last week or two.
Not yet.
I've been showing it. And John is making small bundles, and he's mixing the greens. He's got a lot more on the floor, but he cut some to get started. Oh, Carol said her niece and she are making fresh wreaths and selling them.
Oh,
With
cool.
the high winds we're having, there are lots of fresh greens. Oh yeah, everybody's. We the one year people were trimming all their bushes, and we dragged all kinds of stuff home.
Yes.
We used to be able to walk, and now my health doesn't allow for it. But we would go for a long walk every night, about 5 miles. And we were always dragging stuff home. But John's just taking bunches and just holding them with his hands. And then he's wrapping it with the fine green floral wire that's on a spool. If you just want to hold the spool up and let him see what you're using. He's using that spool of wire. We also, the first year that we did it here, we had people come out and make their own wreaths, and that was really fun. And we served them hot chocolate and all kinds of goodies when they made the wreaths. And then after that, John made them, and we sold them. And then last year, did you make wreaths and sell them last year?
Oh, Santa doesn't remember.
I don't remember. One year blends into the next. But they're very simple to do. It's just, a couple steps. The frames came from Dollar Tree when they were $1. We ordered a case of them. But every year we take the wreaths and break them down. We save the wire and painstakingly take it apart and save the frame and save the wire. We're very environmental about not filling the landfill. Pat says you have a great Santa laugh.
Why, thank you.
But we just thought it would be fun, and he did a wreath a couple years ago, but a lot of people asked this year, so we've been waiting for this event. And we like the wreaths really, really full, and sometimes we don't even put a bow on them. When we were selling them, people, I made up a bunch of bows, and people could purchase a bow to put on it. I like them natural. We can go back and put pine cones on it when it's finished, just wrap them on. But John's just going to green the wreath now. And you can't believe how nice and fresh. It reminds me of when I was a little girl, and you'd wake up Christmas morning, you'd go to bed Christmas night, Christmas Eve, and there would be no decorations. Yeah, Carol, John gained a lot of weight overnight. And ironically, I'm missing my extra large bed pillow. But we would wake up Christmas morning to that really nice fresh green smell. And it's just so wonderful. And this will be on the on our front door. But they look beautiful to put around. The magnolias will actually stay for a week or two, look pretty good. So usually I cut some magnolia and tuck it around. We have those really deep, because it's an old house, we have those really deep windowsills, and you can set a lot on it. Most of my windows I put the buyer's choice on, and then some greens and magnolias. My father always said, I grew up in an old house, and he said, don't put fresh greens on the stairway in case there's a problem. You don't want them to do whatever they can do, dry out and cause a problem. So I don't ever put them on the stairway, although you could wrap the artificial ones. We have that big old-fashioned winding staircase going up 5 flights on the new side of the house. The old side has the old windy. The first part of the house was built in 1789, and it was just one room, and then it was added on to. And then they built on when my family had 13 children and an aunt and 3 Irish, 2 Irish girls and 1 Irish lady living in the house. It was, and the aunt, the mom and dad, and 13 kids. So it was a lot of people living in here. They put a big addition, which is like equal to a second house, and it makes the house very choppy inside. The steps on are different on each side of the house for getting up there. So kind of winding hallways and exterior doors on the interior. It's a little like a maze. When my friend Rich was helping me clean out the attic, he and I would go take stuff down. Then when we went to come back up, we'd end up on the wrong side of the house.
Get lost.
Yeah, it was really very confusing. And you're like, oh, I have to go all the way down a couple flights and then go back up on the other side. It is a very pretty home, Angie thinks. Not everybody likes old houses. I used to entertain a lot pre-COVID, and a friend of mine came in and she said, boy, you have a squatty kitchen for such a big house. So it's not everybody's cup of tea, and it is an old house, and it's been restored, but it always has things going awry. And we've had fun with this basement. It was just a dirty old basement with the people that left a lot of stuff, and I had to take all that out and clean out, and there's still some stuff from them, but we managed to fill it with our own stuff. But
And you know Maryland, it looks amazing.
This room, we made it look like an old tavern like you'd see in Williamsburg. So we have the counter that came from our store. It's very primitive, and that's the bar down here. And then there was an old workbench that was here also, and that's our buffet table, which we had plexiglass from our last house on our deck we had small dogs, so they wouldn't poke their heads through the railings, and it was the perfect size to use on the old workbench. So that's our buffet table. Yeah, it's what Linda said. What do they mean, squatty? Small? Yeah, small. People are funny. They have a lot of opinions. Angie said she loves old houses. We raised our boys 70 years in a 70-year-old home. Yeah, I love that. What were you in, a 4-square? I'm thinking 70, what the style of the houses were then, 70 years ago. But it's, I grew up in an old house, and I always loved looking at old houses, and always liked antiques and old things. I'm not I appreciate contemporary things, but we don't have contemporary. Miriam wanted to know, are we selling them this year? I don't think so, Miriam. We have over 50 containers of vintage Christmas stuff that I'm sorting out and organizing. And I'm going to start organizing the garage because I want to set that all up like an old potting shed. And so it's a big turmoil here, a big turmoil. And so we don't think we're going to make wreaths and sell them. We'll just make, I don't know whether we'll even make, last year we put, every year since we built the barn to look like an old horse barn. Our town restricted us on the size and the height, so we couldn't go up high, so we made it like a horse barn. Oh, she said it was a ranch with a basement. How cool is that?
Wow.
So you have like a mid-century modern house. Yeah, that would be like, yeah, mid-century modern, thinking, yeah, in the late 50s. That's cool. What was I thinking now? Well, now I have no train of thought sometimes. But anyway, we're working on organizing things and staging in the garage. Hi, Wayne, how are you? And but so I know we made wreaths. John made wreaths, and we put them on the two big barn doors on the end. Hi, Angie. We put them on the barn doors on the end. It looked really pretty, and we put one on the barn door going in, and then we put one on the front door. And then we actually have a bathroom that we put in the barn. That's another door, but we never got a wreath on that door.
No.
We just were selling them too quickly, and John was getting really frustrated. People would come by, we would say, come in 2 hours, and they would be here in like 15 minutes. And then they wanted to watch them, and no pressure, but and we went to, we were in a co-op for a short time, and John made them at the co-op outside. Remember that?
I do remember that, yes.
And people were wanting to pay for them before he made them.
Yes.
Like, no, we can't guarantee we'll get these all made.
Can't say I'm going to finish in time. I'm certainly not going to finish this tonight, but hey, we're going to get going, and
do you want to hold it up and show
you
them?
can see how it looks so far. Hold on.
We like them really lush with lots of greens. And
so that's, I don't know, barely a quarter.
And it smells wonderful. You can't believe how wonderful it smells. And the greens are so beautiful that, people are giving you hearts, John.
Ho, 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 Sandra, thanks you very much.
And John has a whole, we had restored an old sleigh that we put out in the yard and all these vignettes, and this year we didn't even do that. But Santa would John would dress up as Santa, and we did a bunch of videos out there. We invited people, but nobody really was interested in coming out. We thought people might want to bring their kids, but some of our friends, but yeah, it smells, Pat, it smells wonderful. Hi, Michelle, how are you? Now, Michelle has a big old house, different from ours, and I think her house is a 4-square, and everything is impeccable there and organized, and that's my goal. I keep inviting Michelle to come help me straighten up my house, because she's got it all under control, and she decorates for all the holidays and all. And we have in the past, and I think, what do we put? We put up a 12-foot Christmas tree, and if you look, I did post pictures of other years that we had that. The last time we had it, we had to have we bought it local because they would deliver it and carry it in for us. The trees are really heavy. When you get a big tall tree like
When
that.
it's 10 foot, it's heavy.
Yeah, 10. That one was 12 foot.
That one was 12 foot.
Yeah. I went back and looked at the pictures and all, and what I had said it was. But this year we're not even doing a tree, I don't think. We're just so busy trying to get everything organized and under control. But you can't pass up having fresh greens, and we'll put some fresh greens around in the house. And we had a live little tree that was only, 18 inches tall?
Yeah.
But I foolishly bought it too early, and it dropped all its leaves already. But I had made on live some natural dried oranges and cranberries and things, ornaments for it. Cindy said, 5-star review. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. And, but that's what John has, piles all on the floor here. Typically he sets it up outside, and we had to have this really big oak tree taken down that was right next to the house. We had an arborist come out. Miriam said very rich looking.
Thank
we
you.
had an arborist come out to the house a couple years ago, and he said, well, it's your choice about the tree. You could leave it up, but he said, I would make sure that my kids didn't sleep on that side of the house. So that was enough to make us have it come down, but we didn't take it completely down. We left, what, 10 feet, 12 feet, something like that.
Something like that.
Like a really tall stub, about 10 or 12 feet tall, and we put big nails in it. And so when people came out to make the wreaths, they could hang the wreath on the tree so they could see, because it's hard sometimes when it's sitting flat to see where you are. Yeah, Michelle, Mr. Santa or Dr. Santa in the house.
Oh, 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 oh.
So now John's adding his holly. And it just, the aroma is amazing, and the mixture of greens is really wonderful. And I grew up that my dad did all the decorating all after we went to bed, and he would go, I just remember one Christmas he went, and money was tight. He was in school like a lot of men at that time. After they came back from war, the GI Bill allowed them free education, but they had to work too and support their family. So my dad, Christmas Eve, went out and he bought 3 Christmas trees for $1, and he decorated the mantle with greens. One tree was our tree, so you could see how that's coming together. It's really nice and full, and you can see, kind of to angle it, John, because the way you're seeing now, you're seeing into it. Okay. It'll look better when it's hanging up. It's hard to see the way he's showing it to you now. You're looking into it and not. Yeah, that's a better way, I think, to show it. We'll see in the laps there. But yeah, when we did them at the co-op, we had an old piece of a board with like chicken wire on it, and you could hang them up and look at them. But anyway, my dad decorated the mantle. He had made a Yule log out of the center of the tree and drilled holes and put candles in it. And back then, people were daring. They used candles around the greens. And then he made something for our front door and in the window box. And he still had everything all set up. And I'm sure Christmas morning he was one tired Santa. But do you know, back in the day, during the Victorian times, that I'm sure when my family lived here, that and before that, when they would have real candles on the Christmas tree, and they would have a bucket of water standing next to the tree. Remember that, John?
Yes.
And we have one of those old buckets, and one of the boys would stand there ready to throw the bucket of water on the tree if the candles set the tree up.
You never know.
Yeah. You just can't picture living with that anxiety, but I guess if you grow up with that. But you do have to be careful when you're having fresh greens in the house. But it always smells so wonderful. No, Linda, we don't have any mistletoe. We only use what's in our yard. I don't know where mistletoe grows. I think that grows tropically, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Linda, where does mistletoe grow? That grows tropically? We have magnolia. Did you put magnolia in there yet?
Not yet.
We have magnolia, we have boxwood, we have holly, we have greens. But we do have bittersweet. We were looking for bittersweet one day, and somebody was showing us, and I cut it a couple years ago. And then, like, the next year, I'm walking around the yard, and I'm like, oh my goodness, we have, it grows in Florida. Yeah, I think it's more tropical. Oh, Linda, it grows where you are? I didn't know that. It doesn't grow here, but maybe you need to plant it.
Huh.
I don't know. But the bittersweet grows wild here, and it looks really pretty. And grows in Tennessee. Hi, Debbie. I don't know whether I said hi to you. You scooted in under the radar.
Under the radar.
My radar. I'm looking up at John and watching him and then losing comments. Kathy says she has mistletoe growing in her oak tree. You know, unfortunately, we've lost almost all our oaks. Just a couple weeks ago, we had
That was the
ours
last
taken
one.
down, the last one, and it was rotted all the way through.
I made a reel of it.
Yeah, he made a reel of it. If you go back, you can see that. And that was very disappointing. But that they had a blight, they said, I think, for they just don't do well around here anymore. It's a parasite that lives in treetops.
Huh.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, we haven't seen it, but the bittersweet's neat. But the thing you have to be careful if you have pets, a lot of these plants and even your house plants and things that you bring in for decorations are very toxic to animals. Mistletoe is a fungus. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, we have all kinds of crazy fungi around.
Fungi.
Linda said her dad would shoot it to get it to fall out of the trees. How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, when you come up here, Linda, plan on coming next year. You can make wreaths with us and bring your mistletoe. We have the holly, and we have the magnolia and all the greens. So it's fun. John just goes around and clips. The first couple years I went out, but right now I have a broken foot and some toes, and I have one of those wooden shoes, but in the snow and all that. Yeah, Debbie said the same thing, attaches to the treetops and you have to shoot it down.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I don't think they want you to take it down around here. I think you'd get in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But it's hard for me to get out, and I can put a bread bag over everything, but it's not really that great. Arlene said, oh, hi, Arlene. Yeah, who's that Santa?
Ho, 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 ho.
Yeah, so we had fun planning this out that John would dress as Santa. He has one of those union suits, a red one, that he has all different things to dress as Santa. But he decided he'd just wear his overalls. That Santa's too busy and doesn't have time.
Too busy.
Yeah.
No time, no time.
Debbie said don't trust her getting that town, the mistletoe. And up until this past summer, we had 2 little dogs, so we were very cautious. Bittersweet and any of those we didn't bring in the house where the dogs would have the opportunity to be with it. And the greens were where, I guess, they never bothered the tree or anything.
No.
Linda says it's easy to spot in the winter when the leaves come off the tree. You'll see patches. Oh, that's neat. That's like the bittersweet. Once it pops open, you can find it very easily.
Yeah.
Hi, Diana. How are you? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well.
Oh, 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 oh.
John's doing well here, working away. So anyway, yeah, so going back, so that's how I learned to make the wreath, because I would sell my holly and all to the garden centers, and then, you know, I ended up making wreaths for them. And I couldn't say I didn't know how to make the wreaths. I just jumped in and watched somebody make them, and that's how I learned. But I did work for the wholesaler too, so I have, I fell, Cindy. I have that peripheral neuropathy, and I'm unsteady on my feet. I have a lot of health issues. Yeah, you want to add some more magnolia in this. Not right there, but...
No, I do it in thirds.
Okay. he has his whole system. In the beginning, you know, he needed help, but now he does his own thing. In the beginning, I would always have to say, John, you need to make it thicker. People want thick wreaths.
Thick.
Because he wanted to rush it and they would be skimpy. And most of the people said they'd rather pay the extra money and have it for one. For some reason, we put it that we shouldn't.
An interruption there. So sorry.
We shouldn't have gotten calls, but somehow it came through anyway. Hi, Kathy. How are you? I guess we're okay. Send hearts, guys, if we're okay.
We're okay.
Okay, we're okay.
Looks like we are.
Okay. Oh boy, that looks really nice. See how it's nice and full? And that's just the Dollar Tree wreath, and probably this is the, thanks guys for letting us know, this is probably at least 5 years that we've used the same ones. We had to order a case, 144 of them, I think, a gross, and we probably, well, when we sell them, although we've picked them out of people's trash after Christmas and taken them apart, I just hate to see things go in the landfill or things to be wasted. And John has even rolled up the wire and saved it. And it's not just the money, it's just, to me, environmentally correct. And living on the river, you see what people just throw into the river that they don't want. And the first year we were here, how many bags did I get? Like 60 or something bags of garbage, big garbage bags.
A lot.
And then, like a month later, there was just as much back there.
Can't keep up with it.
Oh, Kathy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kathy. No matter how old she is, it's traumatic. Kathy took care of her mom for 20 years and she passed at 95.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Our condolences.
I'm really sorry.
Very, 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 very sorry
Hi,
to hear
Bev.
that.
How are you? Thank you.
We'll say prayers. God bless.
Yeah. It's never long enough. And no matter what the loss of somebody, it's never, no matter how old they are,
No.
it's never long enough.
No.
Yeah, so John's just working away here, and I wish you could smell how good it smells. And he cut enough greens to make about 10 wreaths, but we're always concerned that we have plenty. And it's good that she was able to have her mom in her house and be with her.
Yes.
I always respect people that can do that. When my mom was older, I wanted her to come live with me, and she didn't want to. But, yeah, everybody, thank you for saying nice things to her.
Yes.
But the holidays aren't always jubilant for everybody, and so we have to be thoughtful of that sometimes. So I used to, another thing, and I forgot to bring it down, darn it. I used to make a blanket every year for my grandmother's grave. She was my favorite person in the whole world, and I would always make a blanket for her grave, and I bought these little, the deer, and I was able to get one this year, and so the little flock, like deer, it's maybe about a foot big, so I'm hoping that John and I can make a blanket and take a run out there. Most of my relatives are buried in Laurel Hill Cemetery, which is a very historic cemetery in Philadelphia, and the only person buried there that's not there, is that how I expressed it?
I don't know.
The only person buried there that's not buried there is Adrian!
Oh.
Because, you know, the art museum, and that's where Rocky ran up the steps and all. Well, Adrian has a gravestone there. And the woman that wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb, she's there. They have both sides of soldiers buried there from the Civil War. It's really a big old cemetery, and a lot of famous people are buried there, and that's where my family's buried also. My great-great-great-grandfather, so the lady that lived here, my great-great-grandmother, her father was a marble mason, and they built City Hall in Philadelphia, but he also made and donated the sarcophagus for George Washington. So if you looked at pictures, when we go to Mount Vernon, they open the tomb and let us go in and take pictures or whatever, or have a little prayer thing there. So how's it coming, John?
Great. Santa is pleased. Oh.
So some of the trees really need to be pruned anyway, but like the boxwood, John uses the electric trimmer, but I always tell him to leave a couple towards the back that he can get the boxwood, because I used to like to make the kissing balls. If you know what they are, you take the styrofoam and or the floral foam, and you put the boxwood in there. You green it all up with boxwood, and then you can decorate it. And it has, yeah, that's the boxwood. And it has, you put bows hanging down like streamer bows on the top, and it's suspended. And that's what a lot of times you see the mistletoe in. And I haven't made one of those in years. And I used to make the ropes where you, they call it a rope, where it's a long thing of greens on it. You just keep wrapping the greens. You can actually use a rope and the wire and wrap the greens on that. It's funny, once you get started and do a few things, then you kind of can figure out how to do all the other ones. And like what I always said, I try to learn a lot of stuff. I'm always reading, and aren't I, John? And
Yes.
trying to figure things out, and I'm never going to be great. I always have respect for people, like somebody is a quilter, and everything is so perfect, and they've made so many quilts, and you know, you look at them, and I've never gotten that far. I enjoy doing it, and then I move on and I learn something else. But this is, I just enjoy nature, so it's fun doing the yard. And what's our time like? Oh, it's 8:46.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, the time ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
And the little elves.
Santa's relaxation is slipping away.
The little elves must all be sleeping, because I haven't.
I don't hear them anymore.
Yeah, I don't hear a peep out of them.
Maybe they decided to take a break too.
Yeah. But I started to say, so we had that, I should post all the pictures of the yard, what we had out there and all in the past. But we really went overboard, and the Buyer's Choice, if you're not familiar, they're made about an hour from here.
Yes.
And it's worth looking them up. They're really neat. They're, I would guess you would call them dolls, but not really.
Carolers are called.
Carolers, they call them. And Paula Dean, I saw, she gave a tour last year, and she had a lot of them in her house for the tour. And Kathy Merck says it's turning out beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we put them around in the house, and all kinds of greens, and I have all the vintage decorations, and I have my mother's stuff and my grandmother's stuff, and some of the things I have probably were even in this house when my family lived here in the 1800s, so it's fun to pull it out. But this year we're just organizing everything and passing on decorating like we usually do. So how's everybody stand? Is everybody all ready and decorated? And yeah, our snow's all gone, Miriam. And we had thunderstorm, is that his thunderstorm warning?
We had a warning, and it was, we've had high winds today, and we had rain this morning, and it probably off and on rained through the afternoon, but the bulk of it came bulk of it came by 10 o'clock.
But we were a little concerned, and there's been times that because we're on the Delaware River, the wind is really, strong here off the river. There were actually whitecaps today. Yeah, Carol, we may add pine cones at the end. We usually don't put them on until the very end.
Yeah, I wait till the end.
Yeah, and then we wind them on.
Get the base down first, and then you can finesse it.
But I really like, oh boy, that looks beautiful, John. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I really like a nice, generous, thick wreath, and you can see.
Whoa.
Hi, Heidi, how are you? Thank you, Diana. But you can see how much it is very time-consuming, and John, when he was making them before, Dawn loves it. Marion said how beautiful. Maureen, rather, I'm sorry. Heidi said, hi, John. How do you know that's John, Heidi? That's Santa. Don't tell John that I had Santa here. But it's fun, and John will have to clean up tomorrow all the greens and all what's left. We'll do something, make something with them, because we don't like to waste anything. And like I said, I don't think he's going to make them to sell this year. We just want to get things in the garage done and on things, boxes unpacked. Miriam said, beautiful job, John.
Thank you.
I don't even remember how much you charged for them before. Do you? Starting, I think they were $50.
Oh, that was a couple years ago.
Yeah. Everybody was thrilled. A lot of them John delivered and to people's houses, and they were so excited about getting them. Arlene's all finished except a few more ornaments. Boy, you're good, Arlene.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we don't even, this year, we're not even giving any Christmas gifts.
Well, we already bought them.
Yeah.
we bought them early and gave them.
Yeah, we can't go into stores and all. We enjoy the flea markets, and so if we see some we want, we buy it for each other at the flea market.
And
I'm
then
more of a wanter than John.
we kind of save it, but this year we didn't save it. We just said jump right in and enjoy it.
Yep. And if you missed this story the other day, this is a funny story to tell you. And remind me, because it's so cold, it's been so cold that I wear like some jeans that are kind of like more like the slim jeans, and then I wear a big heavy wool skirt, a long wool skirt over top of it. So the other day I'm walking up the drive, and I see a little white-footed field mouse in the driveway kind of hopping around. And I'm like, oh, look how cute it is. And then I'm walking a little further, and I feel something, and I shake my skirt, and the little field mouse had, I guess, run up my jeans and was under my skirt. And I said to John, he said, oh, he'd be screaming. I just said to John, I'm glad it shook out. I noticed it before I went in the house.
Yeah.
But my friend Rich told me, you always have to look. If the feet are the same color as the body, then that's an English house mouse. And Diana says she doesn't have any decorations or tree up this year, just haven't been up to it. Yeah, that's how we are, Diana. We just want to get other things done here. But we're thinking how your parents are. But if it has little white feet, that's a field mouse. Hi, Michelle. How are you? So John's just working his way around here, and he's gathering up all his
Just
greens.
about at the halfway point.
Yep, just around. So you can see it's you know, we never charge for how much time. And when we were at the co-op, and he did it outside, I don't know how many wreaths you got made in that day, but
I don't know.
people, we could have made 10 times more, but we just the time
You just
factor.
run out of time.
And you want to make it right and make it nice, you know. I guess you can make them faster and skimpier, but
But don't do that.
don't do that. Yeah, in the beginning I was a nag to John, right? I
Yeah.
said, you're making them too skimpy.
No, well, I didn't understand. I thought they were full, but then when Mare showed me, then I realized, no, they're not full.
Yeah,
I have to do better. And once you get the hang of it, there's no science to it. You just kind of cut your stuff, and then you just figure out how you want to put it together. And
it's better to use
that's all
too
it
much
is.
wire than not enough. You really want to wrap it really secure. One summer I worked for a man that we would call it a cheese shop, but mainly he did a lot of baskets. So if somebody wanted to send a gift to somebody for a funeral or for a birthday or whatever, we would make these big baskets up, and they would have all kinds of food. Boy, that looks gorgeous.
So we're at the halfway point.
That looks really gorgeous.
Smells good.
Yeah, you have a dingle-dangle on the back there.
Oh, oh, oh.
Hold it upright more. You're angling it so that...
Like
yeah,
that?
like that. Yeah, wait a minute. Give them a lag here. Yeah, that looks really beautiful.
Oh,
That looks beautiful, John.
Oh, Santa's so much more relaxed now.
So he wants everybody...
Santa says, thanks for the hearts there, everyone.
Beautiful, Kathy said. Yeah, so that's what, he'll go all the way around that, and it's better to err on using too much wire, and you need to really wrap it tight. If you notice, he keeps the wire that he's working to pretty close to the spool. And like I said, when he's working outside, he'll periodically hang it on a nail that's on that tree stump. The stump being like 10 or 12 feet tall. He'll hang the wreaths on there, and then when he's storing them, if people are coming to look at them, they can actually look at them on the tree stump to pick the one they want. Everybody said it's beautiful. Ada likes it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And the aroma is amazing. Now that would be beautiful if you were having company. You could actually put that wreath down on the center of your table and put one of the glass globes on it and just tuck some ornaments, some Christmas ornaments in. It would look really pretty. And if we went down the shore, you can get bayberry growing. Arlene wants to know if you delivered to Chicago. He could throw it
Santa
off.
tried to put it in his schedule.
Throw it out of your sleigh when you're going over. Sandra said, "Good job." Yeah,
Thank you.
They're just so nice, and nothing better than something homemade or handmade. And it's really nice that it's right from our own yard and all. When I used to make them years ago, I'd have to go out and cut from different places, and you have to be careful. You don't want to cut off somebody's property, get the greens off their property. So here everything comes right from our own yard, which makes it a little more special. And when we went to Mount Vernon, we made a wreath out of our own stuff, knowing that it was from my family, the magnolia and all. And we have a Franklinia, which is kind of cool, but it drops. There's not much to show, although the pods, I guess, would look really pretty in here.
They might.
We have pods, and the magnolia has those beautiful pods. Cindy says she loves the smell of real wreaths.
I don't know how much time we have there, Mara.
Oh, you have 3 minutes, John. So
3 minutes. Well, Santa wants to thank you for joining us tonight. Santa appreciates you coming along, and sorry Santa couldn't be in his PJs. It's just so much work to do. He had no time, and there's no time to sleep for Santa. None at all.
If you're not following us, we'd love for you to follow. If you're not familiar, we do something different. We cook, we craft, we show parts of our house. We show vintage things that we own, collection.
Santa says,
this wreath,
have a Merry Christmas as well.
This wreath will last, for months?
Months. Yes.
We don't take it down
probably till March.
Yeah.
We just leave it up. But hey, thanks everybody. We appreciate it. And you're in the Crafty Bunch. And it's pajama crafting your PJs. That's that time of the month. And Mama P, thanks for inviting us along. We appreciate it. We have fun. We hope you guys had fun. Thank you for the hearts. I can't see what time it is, so you have to tell me, Mayor.
It's 58. You still have 2 minutes.
58, still have 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, we'd love for you to follow us.
Yeah, please follow us.
And go back and check out some of the pictures of what we've done. We really try to shake it up. I think John made the other day potato latkes the first time on his own. And Mike, being a retired home ec teacher, I was very directive on how he did it. Yeah,
Which was good. I need instruction.
And they were delicious. As soon as we got off, we ate the whole plate of them.
They were awesome.
We keep thinking we're going to go back and count how many.
So here we are before we go away. That's just about the halfway point, definitely. We'll get a couple more magnolias in and some more holly and balance it out, and then we'll figure it out how to finesse from there.
And we'll show
We'll show it on our door to you guys.
And I don't know whether you guys like bows. Typically, I don't put a bow on them. They're so beautiful. But
Santa thanks you for the hearts. Ho, 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 ho.
But I know
you have
a
to
lot
tell
of
me when it's
people
9 o'clock. I can't see the clock.
59.